Y'all, did you know that researchers found that most fury sedative? Did you know I can't talk? It's not even morning anymore. It's noon. So it's up till 5 a.m. I got up at 10 and I had to go and pick up a package. I got the rest of my markers. Oh, hey, cat. What's up? Anyway, Morris Lester from Schlum to Glam, 27-year-old actually found decapitated. Oh, actuary. It's like, this 27-year-old was actually found decapitated in his own bed. Yo. I'm good. Again, once I finish reading this. Hey, it's you again. How are you two doing? Oh, you know, same old, being old and being same. I'm fine, thank you, and you? Whoops. I saw already. Nope. Just wondering whether she's coming here again tonight. Maybe email, right? Yeah. Oh, that's right. She wrote, like, stuff on a thing, and then, Myrtle, the orc, was all like, yo, I'm super into that. I'll let you come and wait here now. I want to talk to someone. That wouldn't be nice. Not that important anyway. Take your time. With lemon and cinnamon. Oh, we have mint. This looks like a full shelf now. Tea with lemon and cinnamon. Cinnamon, get over here. I need you for some tea. Russian tea, nice. Here you go. It looks so pretty. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Russian tea, right? Apparently. It's the name. The tea part or the Russian part? A community cookbook or something. Sure. Hey, you said tea with lemon and cinnamon. I don't know its full history. I don't even know when I got cinnamon. I don't know, 3 years ago? That's my guess. When'd you arrive, Freya? Been here since you left last night. You haven't left? I was joking. Place closed eventually. I didn't mean to offend you or anything, it's just that you shouldn't forget to take breaks. You too, you know. Oh, yeah, no, I got like 5 hours of sleep. I'm good. Thanks for the reminder. By the way, Aqua, where do you come from? Because, judging from your accent, you're not from the States, right? I'm not. I'm from the ocean. Oceanic. Born and raised in the sea. Then why would you come here? Tail. You moved with your family? No. Only one who could. It's not easy for our people. Get higher education. About moving. Interesting. Curious. Also, where are these tentacles coming from? You just have tentacles, but where are they coming from? Also, you can see pixels. I mean, you can see pixels all over the place. Oh gosh, that arm. You need a better face. How long have you been here? About 2 years. Sorry to hear that. We're still in contact. We call at least once a week. That's good. That's a lot more contact than I have with my parents. Even my parent who lives in town. It's like a 10-minute drive. We don't even text once a week, every week. I see people. It's probably as big as Seattle's population. I mean, strictly speaking, everybody is like related to everybody else, at least on Earth, by some like distant means. Like, was it all people with blue eyes can be traced back to like one common ancestor, like some thousands of years ago? There's kids and grandkids, hundreds of us. Your grandpa's kids and grandkids. You mean your cousins? 4 years younger. My little brother's like 17 years younger. San Francisco, near our parents' house. He's a good kid, I'm the rebel. Punk ballet. With some high-end tech job, will take care of dad on the weekends. Yeah, visit them while you can. Absolutely. Coffee, coffee, coffee. I see the coffee, coffee, coffee. I'm just reminded of that one scene in the Gilmore Girls where Lorelai has to go to like a new coffee shop because she was arguing with Luke or whatever. So she ordered coffee, coffee, coffee. So they gave her 3 coffees and she tried to explain that coffee, coffee, coffee was just her way of saying that she wanted a coffee. And then she's like, wait, no, I could use this much caffeine. I'm good. Also, like, what barista? And like, it wasn't like, you know, a fancy coffee shop like this one. It's just like some place you go and order whatever. Like, didn't seem even as fancy as Starbucks. What kind of place would see like a person come in who says, it's like, oh, what do you want? Coffee, coffee, coffee. It's like, I'll give you 1 coffee because he didn't say 3. Like, right? It's like, oh, you said coffee 3 times. I'll give you 3 coffees. Like, I don't know. Does she work with like special needs kids who do talk that way and actually mean that they want like 3 of the thing? It's very confusing, and it was for like a joke that was like wasn't even funny, and like the coffees didn't even like pay off later on anyway. Like, if it was a case where, like, she meets up with 2 people, it's like, oh, I happen to have 2 extra coffees, here you go. Then that could be like, oh, haha, I guess. It's better just the way I love it. Yo. You are new. I'm sure you can, like, guess who, I want to say judge the people. I'm sure you can, like, know who the people who are coming in are by the sounds of, like, their footsteps. Couldn't figure out with this fella because, hey, new. Ah, yes. I don't know. Have some drink if you like. Actually, is that one of those personality things? I remember being part of like a group, and we all took these personality tests, and like I got like the personality result that's like 0.2% of the population have that or something. Because of course I did. Maroje. Is that English? Okay. Milk, egg, honey, ginger. Sorry, I can only do 3 ingredients. Wait, do you have the eggs? I do. They're not on the shelf. An egg once I mix the rest. Wait. Milk? Hold on. Milk, egg, honey, and ginger. Okay, I thought one of those was sugar. Honey and ginger. Honey, ginger, milk. Hopefully this works, because I don't have an option for adding an egg. Ginger in after the... I did put the ginger in after the milk. I put milk in first. Unless you mean like right after. Wonder what would happen if I did get it right. I see. Oh gosh. Dude, you're being creepy. May I ask how old you are? 17. is this? I want to. I have no idea. It's his first time here. I don't understand young people. Am I trying to flirt with us? Where? Oh. Yes, but not so loud. It's Rachel's dad, Freya. He asked to meet me, so I told him to come here. Oh, right, yeah, the cat girl, or the Neku. Call me Henry. I apologize for earlier. Was it trying? Henry Furlong. Rachel Florencia's father. Furlong. Florencia. Well, I have different last names. To be fair, I have a different last name than both of my parents, who both have different last names. All three of us have different last names. So that was my late wife's maiden name. So for a stage name. Alright, I better work on my novel. I'm sure you have a lot to talk about. I'll go with you. Yeah, she wanted to run away and stuff. She hung out with shady people. I think one of them was a bit shady. I heard that! I'm not a criminal! Just kidding. He's in this coffee shop talking with Freya and Margaret. She wasn't in any danger. Sure? What about before that? Whoa. Is everything alright? Sorry. Lost her train of thought. She's getting more distant and more distant. Don't know how to talk to her anymore. With words, I'd say. Words tend to help with the whole talking thing. I'm sorry. People still want my attention for things. I'll answer that. Someone asked me a question. I'll answer it later. Actually, I'll answer it right now. Hey, just some stuff. It's like, oh yeah. It's like, oh, what command are you planning on running for the event? It's like, you're the one who did the deck check to make sure that the deck was fine. Like, you know what I'm running. I'm running 2 commanders. Awesome deck, by the way. Not awesome as in it's like super powerful. Awesome as in it's a lot of fun. Which is what I really want from a game. To be fun. Like this game. Every time we talk, we end up fighting. Oh yeah, I can just use the spacebar. I don't have to keep clicking. I have 3 daughters. Move right all the time. One thing that I learned. Some time and space, but be there when they need you. Or you can bribe them. My eldest daughter didn't want to talk to me for a week. So I went to Rock's bar. Favorite pie. Wait for her to take the bait. Just like a stakeout. I'll help smooth things over. After that, she wouldn't stop talking. What if what she loves doing is the prom? She loves singing and performing on stage. To be fair, if I had to, like, I want to say the fortitude, and I think fortitude is partially it. If I had, like, the aptitude and the fortitude for singing and dancing on stage, I'd totally go to do it. And the, the popularity, the ability to be popular, whatever. Listen, singing and dancing takes quite a bit, especially if you're going to, like, a set rhythm. I used to be in dance class, okay? I was in dance class for, like, 6 months. And then we moved. So I know a little bit of what I'm talking about here. Singing and dancing takes a lot. We didn't even sing, and it got exhausting at times. But I do really well at memorizing steps to a dance. It's crazy. Everyone else takes, like, an hour to learn, like, 6 steps. Like, no, I got it the first time we were shown it. We get shown the steps, do it once, boom, I'm done. I've learned them. The real trick is when it gets to more than 6 steps, when it's like 60 steps, you know, like half a dance, whatever. For like the entire dance, it's like, okay, wait, hold on, let me break it up to little chunks. Might have to go over it a second time. But I learned steps to dancing, like, fast, which is crazy. But if you're doing like a group dance, you also have to like be in time with everyone else doing the dance, because it doesn't matter if you can do it perfectly and if they can do it perfectly, but if you can't do it in sync, it's not perfect. Anyway, I'm proud of what she has achieved. Good. She's really young. She has the whole life ahead of her. See, here's what you do. You get into like the whole song and dance and like being on stage stuff. You get into all of that stuff when you are young and like popular and stuff. And where you have all that extra energy and where you have like, was it the attraction? You have like the beauty to go with it and be popular. And then, once things start to get a little bit too stressful or hectic or whatever for you, it could be a few years later, it could be a decade or so later, whatever, when you start to like wane in publicity, you have all of the money that you've saved up from all of your time dancing and try to just make a nice living like that. Maybe supplement it with another income, maybe you don't. But that's what you do. You build up a huge income early, and then maybe you invest it, maybe just put it in savings, invest half, whatever. Honestly, like, get a whole big old nest egg of money, put in a nice savings account, live off the interest if you have enough. I mean, yeah, it's not the label, not the media, not the fans. I don't trust our new manager. Forced to do drugs. Something happened. Not yet. I just feel it. Possible that you are. No. He's not being paranoid. He's being like overprotective. He's. I forget the term for it, but it's like anxious. He's being anxious about this because a lot of like there is a lot of like drugs and other like stuff you don't particularly want running around there. You should know. You're a cop. I don't know, maybe. Hey, Marjorie, I need to go now. Thanks for the drink. Take care on your way. I wonder if you're in like a small little coffee shop like this, if you're supposed to like mention that kind of mentions like, oh, by the way, I'm going. If it's just like a nice thing to do, or if people actually do it. It's like, oh, by the way, I'm leaving. Goodbye. Like, normally, like, even if you want the, like, barista to know, just be like, walk out, just give a little wave. Like, I guess it would be hard to do, like, here. Because they would have to, like, animate a whole, like, standing pose. Whatever. And people would just see, like, the static image. It's like, oh, she's, like, waving us off. Like, oh, that's rude. So they had to work with what they had. Trying to tell her to quit. I brought it up. Really nothing you can do. You can guide them and that's about it. Trust them to make their own choices for everything we've taught them. Hopefully they'll make the right choices. I have a feeling that at some point in the future, probably a long ways away, I'll be a parent and I'll like have like flashback like way back to this. It's like, oh yeah. Gosh. I mean, I know being a parent is like bloody hard. Like, and some days all you can do is survive. And like make sure the kid survives. Oh, she made the wrong choices. I can do a background check. If that'll ease your mind. Flip phone. You know they're old because they have flip phones. Morris Lester. Wasn't that also a character from a game somewhere? See the guy in today's paper? Just got a call. I've got to go. Talk more about this with you. Let's meet again. But you have my contact details. Call me if you ever need my help. Wait. I'm sure everything will be fine. Used to manage a girl band. Seen bad things happen. Really? Yep. I was against her joining that pop group at first, but my wife, Rachel's mom, she convinced me to give it a chance. Ever since she's been gone, don't know how to talk to Rachel. Been wanting to do more of her own stuff. Don't know what to do. Wait, what? Marlon had a solo singing career. a whole different world than the band. Really with that side of the bees. Things have changed, yeah. Even it has. Don't think it's for the better. She survived. She actually graduated and started a solo career. She's like someone who can take care of herself. Don't you think so? She's not ready. When will she ever be ready? Okay, like, listen. As her parent, in your eyes, she'll never be ready. Or maybe one day you'll think, oh, she is ready, but she'll be too old to be an idol. That's the thing. That's like, the idol world is like terrible. Like, you need to be like young and fresh. Like, that sounds disgusting to say, for the record, but like, that's the thing about being an idol. You're not ready. I don't want her to get hurt. There are bad people out there. Oh, her father, I understand you might be worried. We shouldn't hinder her from achieving her dreams. I just want what's best for her. Is it really what's best, though? I think she's born to soar. She's just a girl, my little girl. Seriously? That's your argument? I didn't mean to sound that way. Doesn't matter. You drive away. If you keep acting like this with your knowledge, you should be able to help her achieve her dreams. I was once young and stubborn, too. Oh, some advice. Let's hear it. Yeah, this is, like, a public place. You can stay, like, until we close if you really want to. Like, as long as you're not doing anything disruptive and I have to ask you to leave, like... How are we doing? We're doing good. Coffee Talk. Imagine if that is like the name of the coffee shop. Just Coffee Talk. Werewolf representatives push the ministry for more accessible sedative. That's fair. Doctor from Salach Town arrested for experimenting with child cloning. Oh. Why does it look like the soldier is like blowing bubblegum? Military personnel stationed along East Coast prevent immigrants from flooding in from the Atlantic. Rude. Are you sure that would be okay? I mean, it's really hard to pull off, but it's something that'll make the story different. It's not always good, but it is a neat concept, but you have to be very careful and graceful with it. Oh, are you talking about your human-only world where there's still, like, bigotry and stuff? Hey! Looks like you're having an intense discussion. It's nothing. Just some feedback for the book. Like heavy discussion. What are you up to? Lying still and relaxed. Although I do need to interrupt you. Cup of... my remedy? It's tea and ginger. Okay, you know what? I don't remember what other two things I've given him, so instead of giving him like the same thing over and over again, I'm going to try... Actually, wait. Hold on a second. Tea, ginger, and mint. Because I know that mint is new. See, it could be mint, or lemon, or honey, or cinnamon, or milk. You know what? Wait, what? Tea, then milk, then ginger? Tea, then milk, then ginger. Again, if I could remember like all of the things I have given him, then I could do process of elimination, keep trying. Or I could just keep like resetting one day over and over again, like this day, because he comes in super early. And just be all like, oh, that's not what you need? Cool, reset the day, reset the day, reset the day. Tea, milk, and ginger, brew. The name Galahad. I've made it out of it. Please don't mind me continue with your discussion. Don't worry, we're done for the night. You're done. I have a lot of new homework thanks to you. Very kind person, you know. He doesn't show it, that's for sure. That also applies to you. Oh, it's you. Your feedback. It's cruel and unusual punishment. But for adults. Sounds pretty common so far. Which page to turn to. Decision you make will give you a score. What? Score will determine which page you should go to. More like a video game than a book. No, it's not that original. Here's the mainstream audience, huh? Over my publisher. This kind of book may go mainstream. On Netstream, Netflix, Netstream. It's nothing new, but because of the marketing and the names involved, reach the mainstream market. It's simpler than my other idea, which is novel not in the form of book, but in the form of story cards. I know, right? There's all the time in the world. I understand wanting to do something special and unique with your story. And I say that if you're not on a deadline, go for it. Like, if you're using just your own time and you have all the time in the world to do it, go for the interesting ideas. Because, like, but also be prepared that the idea will absolutely fail. But, like, for every 100 interesting ideas that you try out, one of them will be good. Like, that's the thing. Like, you keep trying, just keep trying, like, new and interesting things, and eventually something will be good. Like, it has to happen eventually. It's, I want to say practicality. It's percentages, whatever the word is. It'll happen. That's before even considering the sensitive issue. Only humans exist. Finish, okay. Alright. Though I won't have the time, get normal picture proof is already steep climb, let's not make a mountain even higher. Fair enough. So all about, by the way. You'll have to wait for it. Don't want to spoil the fun. I haven't ordered anything. Ginger latte. You know how to make it? And what if I don't know how to make it? Bailey's. You're calling me yet? Warm yet? Okay. Coffee, ginger, milk. I do like this whole, like, phone thing. Coffee, ginger, milk. Cause, like, imagine if you couldn't, like, just see the recipes offhand and you had to, like, memorize them or write them down yourself or, you know, literally look it up. I wonder if that times 5 trash is, like, 5 per day or, like, 5 ever. Because I know I threw one away in the demo and then didn't throw it away in, like, the actual game. Yeah, isn't that, like, a thing where it's always, like, the smaller places have, like, the better, like, stuff to them? Because, if you're making, like, 10 drinks a night, you can really put a lot of effort into all 10 of those drinks, whereas if you're making, like, 100 drinks a night, they're only, like, 10% as good, or some such. Like, isn't that a thing? How are you doing? Still busy? You're dropping it? Hey, I'm not that crazy. I still need the money. Done as in I'm done. I finished it. Success. Oh yeah, she left it. She had some complaints, of course, but I convinced her. She doesn't understand. I need to work on a few personal matters. Like you and Lua? Yep. I don't mind. We met in a bar. We met in a different coffee shop. We met in the bar that this coffee shop used to be. How long have you been together? Then best friends, girlfriend's friend. He was an incubus, okay? Still following. And that girl is a friend. I don't want to get into details. He was also a player. Because it wasn't Lua. It was my friend's girlfriend. Let's say Rose, right? You know, thanks to a relationship with Cognac. Yes. Alright. Do people really do the, oh, I had a friend, let's just say this name? It's like, if you actually name the friend, it's like, oh yeah, my friend, George. Everyone is going to be like, oh, well, I'm going to do a deep dive on George and find out who this George is you're talking about. And to be fair, some people would. But if you're talking, like, to a person, then, like, is that person going to be all like, oh, I know this George Incubus from college you went to? It's like, honestly, all you'd have to do is, like, even without the name, you could still figure out who it was. Like, a lot of things about why there's so much, but I kept on bothering her. As a, yeah. So it came over to visit us. Yeah. Now it got back. Survived, total coincidence. Went in together, witnessed something surprising. It's Cognac and Rose. Yep. Found a fight with him. Oh, I haven't told you. There's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tutor for kids. He's pretty good. I learned that one punch. Hey, I wasn't kidding. What's after that? The exact date. Suddenly, the friendship turned into a relationship. Yeah, a few days ago, that's right. She's healthy, that's for sure. She's got an argument, though. With whom? Is this male model? Oh, you mean my friend? Instead of a girl. Go with the model. Oh, they went together. They're talking about your relationship, actually. Reason behind the fight. About family stuff. Sky High joined the discussion. No, that is his name. I understand why Lua insists on getting family approval, considering, you know, what? You're willing to leave your own family, or at least that's what she said. Yes, I would. Sick and tired of my family. Let me tell you about my family. Well, I should say, most elf families, because, you know, we're going to generalize. Rules you must follow. I mean, there are rules to just being a person you have to follow, and they're unwritten. It'd be nice if they were written out. I could, like, print it out, put it on my fridge. An appearance on everything must never ever make our family look bad. Only befriend certain people. I want to make a comment here, but if I make the comment, it'll come off as, like, really racist. But that is, remind me of, was it stereotypes of, you know, a certain, like, was ethnicity, whatever, a certain type of, like, humans that have, like, hey, if you're born into here, you have to be, like, the best of the best, only befriend certain people. But it's just a certain way, that's, like, true with, like, all, like, people all around. You only have certain jobs. Well, those are deemed worthy and successful. To be fair, some cultures, I think it's like Japan, like a worthy, successful job is like janitor. But in, say, like America, generally, janitor is not a worthy and successful job. But in a place that values like cleanliness, like Japan, it is. At least I think. I know that from a young age, children are taught to like clean up their school to keep it all nice and clean. And like cleanliness is an important thing in Japan. So it all depends on like how you see things on it. Because like think about it, if there were like no janitors, things would get really bad. I mean, like I know that there's was it custodial staff who like vacuums the hallway and like mops the floors of this building like every week at least. Like imagine how bad it would be if they just like didn't. It'd be good for a week. Like being a doctor, a lawyer, a CEO. Not everyone can be doctors and lawyers and CEOs, oh my. Since I was a kid, I always wanted to be an artist. I've drawn and creating art. Oh, come on. Art is so important. An artist of at least some caliber made this game, in fact, a team of artists. To be fair, if you're an artist, you'll probably never be rich. Successful depends on how you measure success. But you'll probably never be rich. Oh, the worst part, they blame Lua. Her for my decision to pursue art. Her kind is ruining the country. The illusion of worshipping the Dark Lord. I mean... So what? A spell on me and cursing the family. Your family is racist. Yes! I'd probably leave my family, you know. I'd leave them for the both of us. What about her? About her and her family? You may be happy to leave your family, but she doesn't seem so happy to leave hers. Again, go over for like dinner or something. Like, chat with her family, talk with them, try to explain everything, and be very, very calm, like, throughout the entire evening. And, like, talk things out. Maybe you leave your family. Because what Lewis said was that her parents thought that Bailey's would look down on Lua. But if you, like, go and talk to the family, also Tail in the background, if you go and, like, talk with them and show, like, how much you care for her and, like, how you're willing to, like, leave your family because you don't agree with their ideals and goals and stuff, she might be able to stay with her family and you'll have, like, a new family too. Like, you know, something of a new family. So I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I am sitting, like, right here. Yeah, not an elf. I'm a werewolf. Again, is werewolf like its own like thing, or is it like an implied? Is it like a template? Like, are there like human werewolves, elf werewolves, and something, or is it just like no werewolf, like just vampire? I guess the most important thing, because your vampire friend looked a bit like an elf. We'll put family before any other. I was within the pack, won't abandon our family for anything. It's also true for her and her family. Wouldn't that make your parents believe that all those bad stereotypes about them are true? Nah, I've thought of it that way before. Like it or not, your actions will have an impact on her as well. Only for her, they'll put her in a different spot. And there's no way you can convince your family that you're leaving them just because you don't, like, agree with them. Responsible for your actions. Nothing to feel bad about. Yeah, but, like, even if you say it's like, no, I'm leaving my family because I don't, like, want to stand for what they stand for, like, no one's gonna believe that because you're also doing that to be with her. If you might regret your decisions. One day you might use the I left your family for you card. Oof. You know, love's like a flame. I burned fiercely at first, but over time it'll die down if you can't maintain it. Maintaining it won't be easy. It'll be hard work. Because life is full of storms. Marriage cannot survive on love alone. Health insurance? What? I'm an elf. Why would I need health insurance? You'll need some. Immortality is an elven privilege, but you lose it if your family disowns you. How? Will you, like, stop being an elf if you leave the family? Like, how does that work? Wake up because I fell ill or got seriously injured. Entire life savings for an $8 pill. Because in this country, they charge $20,000 for it. Again, hitting a little too close to home, except my medication is covered I thought I had my water here. I have to take my medication. My medication is covered. Because I'm not an American. So I have children, don't have the same privileges you do. You get bullied for being a half-breed. There are consequences. Shouldn't be taken lightly. Think about it. Alright, I have to go. I apologize. Oh, no, thank you. That's right, health insurance. Let's head out together. Every time I hear something like that, I remind of Dark Chronicle and the grandmother. Grandma Rosa, I think. I don't know, whatever. Where in order to, like, recruit her to your party, you have to type out, "Let's go together." It's like she's hard of hearing, so she doesn't, like, know what you're saying, so you have to, like, type it out, like, including the apostrophe. And I don't know if it's supposed to be hard or not. It's like, hey, type in a certain message and she'll go with you. And I think on that screen it even says, "Let's go together." But it's just, like, such a weird thing, and it's like, alright. And the grandmother is nice. She makes cheese, which is like a healing item. So you just keep going back to the train and getting more, a couple more cheese. Wait, does she? Yeah, no, she makes cheese. I think it's Aunt Polly who makes bread. There's 2 customers in a minute. That wasn't on me. They were leaving anyway. Oh, there's only humans around. I'm not sure. Oh, you can totally do it. Oh, good. I don't have to make another espresso. Hey. Let's press the any key. Yeah, we can do 3 days. So I don't know when the game actually saves. Who vows to stop mental hospital is life? I don't know. Who does the vow? 10 reasons why you should go. Coachella? Or is that actually how you spell Coachella? Switzerland in space might be only a few decades away. That's terrifying. Imagine, like, the Olympics being held on, like, the moon. Oh, gosh. I can't put into words why, but that's terrifying. I mean, like, the gravity is all different on the moon as compared to Earth, so basically all of the events going here and there and everywhere would be slightly different, because, like, hey, you're trying to, like, hit an archery target, aim, like, a little bit lower, whatever. The pole jump, you go higher. Like, swimming, I'm sure swimming would also be different. I mean, you'd have to import water to start with, like, a lot of water. And water is heavy. Yeah, and bringing all that just equipment to the moon to do the Olympics, like, it would cost so much in, like, rocket fuel and stuff, at least, and, like, rocket parts. Where's our Space Needle? We need a Space Needle before we can have a Moon Olympics. I like to order again, the usual. Okay. Here's the thing. He said that he's fine with experimenting with other things. So let's go tea, mint, and ginger. I like mint. Mint is nice. He says, like, oh yeah, the last one was good, but I just want something else with, like, tea and ginger. But he said, let's keep experimenting. And I'm like, okay. And it has... Right? Yeah. Tea, right? Yeah. Tea and ginger. He said, let's keep experimenting. That has tea and ginger. They go back like 40 years. dwarves, those two. You know, tough? A vampire doesn't mean I know kung fu. So I said, I had a couple of drinks, gifting them both for sober. A couple? Really? You were trashed. You told them I was your bodyguard. Wait, you weren't? Not at the time, we didn't even know each other. That whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. Which the vampires stuck to me like, well, you know, to a blanket. He was too drunk to drive, so I hailed a cab. Turns out he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived. I stuck with him till morning. You two would be really cute as boyfriends. So not leaving me on the street. Those dwarves could have killed me. Well, I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but it's possible they may have had ties to the mafia. I don't know. I was drunk. I might have lost some of their money on the stock market. A lot of it. Or to launder their dirty money, so I decided to screw them over instead. I need a job as my bodyguard for real. I took you to breakfast. You told me that counted for nothing. I was broke. Breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse. It's the late 60s, mind you. Oh, right, 60s, not 80s. So, 60 years, not 40. Easy to find a job. Especially for people like me. War veterans. Which war? Because I'm sure this has had different wars, right? Oh, there's a bodyguard to work in the hospital. I noticed. Alright. But if we skip that part, sorry, but I don't want to go into any details about it. Sure. Forgive me for asking. Help me with something. To say something from my past. Things that help. I found a new purpose in life. Other people live. He was suicidal. So a veteran werewolf to become a nurse or doctor. Which was hospital admin instead. Help me when I needed it. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I didn't expect such a tale. I know. Alright, Margaret. Like to order something now. What would you like? That's warm and cool. Okay, so tea. Actually, wait a second. This is both warm and cool. Tea, mint, and ginger. Oh, I accidentally clicked on green tea. Yeah, I'll just give you what I gave your friend. It's both warm and cool. Mint ginger tea. Exactly what I wanted. Haven't seen it today. Oh, look. It's the devil. It's you and a vampire. I see you weren't here. No interest in flirting with you. I've got high standards, you know. You're so tired for a hard day at work. How could you tell? Now that I think about it, your story of like, where there's only like one actual like overall race, could work better if instead of humans, it was elves, who in this universe are known to have a superiority complex. But how can they be superior over other people if everyone is elves? They'd have to find any specific thing to be superior about with anything else. Check that out. Honestly, a series of books. Oh gosh. A series of books all sound like a fantasy story of a fantasy story where the whole world is composed of just one of the individual races. Like one for humans, sure. One for elves, one for dwarves, one for neckos, one for like werewolves, one for vampires, one for Atlesians, Oceanics. I don't know we got her race name, but one for all of them, and like exploring how without the diversity like how people like in general, some people more than some others, strictly speaking, want diversity, and like look for diversity where it does or does not exist. That's some good feedback. Again, why do you have a tattoo of a 9 on your arm? And did you mean to get it as a 9 or as an 11? Because if you look at it, it's an 11. If someone else looks at it, it's a 9. And also, why? It was a good day. I'm going to take a break. Yeah, that's why she's here. She's at the coffee shop. It's easy to get carried away with work when you're on a roll. Again, 2K story in 2 hours. Speaking of hospitals, how's your hospital admin life going? It's not even a word. Actually not. It's pretty boring. And all the operational stuff happening in the hospital. Like, how much a specialist costs and how much it affects our income. To with patients and their families, if they require intensive care, such as operations, to go through what we do and how much it would cost them. Biz dev for people's lives then. Sure. That sounds complicated and difficult. Yep. Students would find this job pretty tough. Well, there's people like my friend here, at least from a business perspective. Don't really know if we exist or think about the necessity of it. It's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it. Because most admins are just like me. We don't really talk about work. Don't find any reason to. It's patients' personal lives anyway. Such professionalism and loyalty. You should keep hold of that mindset, especially in front of this lady here. Hey! At some point, at like the end of it, Freya's gonna be like, you know what? No. I've been coming here like every day and you've only ever treated me like badly, like this entire time. And like, Margaret is gonna have to like apologize. No. It'd be like, at the very end, you're gonna have to choose if you want to apologize or not. Should be a little bit less loyal, though. Hey, did this job for a while, right? About 50 years. Wait. Holy. Ask for a promotion. Keep offering me new positions. Take it. Don't wanna. As I told you before, I fit perfectly right here. Of course. I get them always more than enough of me right now. To get raises while I'm doing this job. And Scarlet, for you anyway, my shift's starting soon. So nice catching up with both of you. Are you gonna stay, Hyde? Yeah. See you in a few weeks, I guess. Yep. And you, Freya? Take you on your way. It's kind of hard to believe. So like Galley could be your best friend. Just not about that before you arrived. Ugh. Such an interesting story. Tell me all about it so I could write it in my book. I have to retell the story? Yes. Went anywhere, right? Alright then, we ran this place back when it was a bar. There's some dwarves, I was drunk. Very physical job. Traumatic. Not comfortable talking about it right now. But you know why, right? Trying to squeeze the story from me? Obviously. He doesn't want to talk about it. That's him, not you. Freya, stop. Going to war messes with your head? I'm sure it would. Must be difficult. Especially back then. Odin was his strength. So he only did work that relied on his muscle. That wouldn't help him get over trauma. The only thing he could do is the only thing he thought he could do. Yeah, I didn't know about all that at the time. Besides, he's good at being a bodyguard. We weren't that close yet, so no personal feelings. I needed his strength, and I got to be interested in him. I think he's a cool person, that's all. Once I noticed his problem. How about with someone seek help? He refused. Sure. But I kind of pushed him to do it. It's complicated. Eventually he did go get professional help. That's good. No reason to what happened in therapy sessions, but he found a new purpose in life, quit working for me, and then started working at the hospital. Okay, I'm sorry. Am I having a stroke or something? I can still taste pineapples. Hold on, I'm very concerned with myself right now. Why do I still taste pineapples? I'm not even talking about pineapples. He's been what? Oh, he's back. Hey, you're back. Please call us Neil like Armstrong. Achievement unlocked. We are all friends. Have I met all of the characters, or is it just for Neil here? It feels weird to get achievements for, like, this, because I could literally just, like, spam the fast forward button, like, consistently, and get, like, all of the achievements. Oh, of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, you don't really need trivial things like names to interact, but for what we have learned here, Susan named Neil has a lot of association with earthling efforts and intergalactic exploration! Neil Armstrong, yo. Buzz also works. Sorry from before when you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So hello, my name is Freya. Say I'm a regular here. And you? Hide. Come here often? Somebody doesn't live in Seattle, yes? Oh, you are not from around here. Neither are we. Where do you come from? Far away. Maybe a few thousand miles or more? More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing. More than light years? What are you doing here in Seattle? Hey, your strange calculation system, don't make fun of light years. This is based on an image we saw when we first arrived. Ah, the Army Gentry album cover. No wonder you look familiar. For what we are doing, this is really the perfect spot to practice our communication skills with Earthlings. Before that, please let us order something from the barista. What do you want to drink? The usual set. So, anything? Yes, we won't be able to taste the difference anyway. You really can't taste things? Yes. What if I can brew a drink that can make you feel something? Yeah, you'll be challenge accepted. Please surprise us. I want to look this up. How do you make a drink that makes people feel things? Unlocking some achievements. What? Coffee, lemon? Really? Make you feel very bitter. Is that it? Black lemon. Cup of anything is ready for you. Thank you. What the? Interesting. What are you doing? Drinking. That's how they drink. That's a compliment, yes? Yes, but you can't be so sure with Freya. Nice form of compliment. What are you, Neil? Us? We are travelers. Doing our job in the space you call Milky Way. Okay, so you're not so many light years away. Just with the mission to spread our seeds. So now I had to find a date. All the way from a galaxy far, far away. No, Freya. They're from this galaxy. The Milky Way. I think. Is that what they said? Look in the universe. An attacked old man? Not really. You have a valid point. We're glad if we can make you laugh. Oh, the pleasure was mine. Why do you have to breed with us? That's classified information. Ah. Well, how's the mission going? You cannot say it is going well. I'm not surprised. Looking unique you are. Not many women can handle that. Could you handle them, though? Me? I don't know. What do you think? Pretty adventurous girl. Would be surprised if you decide to go on a date. Or maybe go further. If it got you a good story. Ah! Are you not offended by that? Not in the slightest. You're wrong, though. I'd go on a date with them, but I don't like to sleep around. To be honest, I didn't expect that. Yeah, someone who gets around a lot. Excuse me, miss. What we gather. You're willing to exchange for our stories? I don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner in exchange for stories. If I'm serious about them. Our mission is serious. It's not that. Husband, if you want to sleep with me. I've heard of those terms before. Let's check them once again. This is very strange. What we found, mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives? Yes! Such a strange concept. Why, with such rules, do you still face overpopulation problems? Now that you mention it, we don't have enough control of ourselves. Don't have enough control of us. Some races live for a very, very long time, so even though there are rules about having kids, and can be strictly enforced, a lot of people still break them. Except of free will. Thought your Econos loves the concept of restrict and take care of the planet? Not so much! You should theoretically true, but Earthlings are stupid! Well, there's so much today. We have another question from Miss Freya. Ask away. How can we become your husband? So it's going step by step. And we start by dating. Boyfriends or girlfriends, you know? Before you talk about marriage. Okay, so... how do we do that? Let's go whether she's actually single. Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single? I love Neil, okay? Listen, Neil is great. Now, usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourself to someone. Wow. This is truly extremely complicated. Again, buddies, I'm sure you can find someone. You see if you're a smooth talker. Getting with others. Still in a totally different league. Condoms. Repent. You don't want to have offspring. Pleasure. It's too much to process in one evening. How about using condoms? But how do you like... That's true. How you do it? We're pretty flexible with that, but we cannot tell you the details unless we agree to do the mating ritual. Almost want to do it just to see how it's done. Not hurt anyone physically or mentally. I'm not so sure about that, especially the mentally part. We did our research. Testing object we made, it was proven. Mental capacity of Earthlings is far more complicated than anything else on Earth. Neil. It's very difficult. It is! Yes! So much for the information you've given us tonight. Thanks a lot for our mission. For our findings to the base. It's cost after all. Nice talking with all of you. You're welcome. Imagine Neil like takes off like the helmet and it's actually just like some guy. Indeed. Right, yeah, but the date never came. I mistook Miss Myrtle for the date. Game developer orc. It was pretty awkward, but not like hostile or anything. She's all just like, yo, buddy, no. We can't be angry at such naivety. I guess so. Miss Lua? Yeah, her. We did come by. Oh, a few days ago, so it wasn't just yesterday. I haven't been so accurately checking like the dates and stuff. I thought this was an everyday thing. Trouble. I have to agree. What annoys him? I don't know how to react to that. I need to catch a flight to Seoul? So I'm off for the day. It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know. Well, it'd be a peaceful week then. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything. I didn't even notice. You really don't care about business. She didn't order anything, but you did attract people to the coffee shop. Spur my bike. Alright, see you around. Again, I want to end the episode, but I don't know where it autosaves. Yeah, this is the next day, 29th, 30th. Because I know that last time I quit on the newspaper, right? And it didn't, like, register. Protests arise over government treatment of Atlantic immigrants. Isn't that like a classic picture from like the news from like Earth? Also, why are there so many arms coming out of the wall? Dwarven made cards face challenge against an unexpected competitor, eh? That's clickbait. The Mother Earth organization fights to save more forests. Good for you, let's write about it in the newspaper. Anyway. That's all for this episode. Again, I always dread like starting games and stuff. It's like, oh, this game again, have to do a video, blah 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 blah. But then I get to playing this game, and I have a lot to say about the things people say in this game. It's weird. Maybe almost too much to say, but all in all, this has been fun. I've been enjoying it, and I hope you enjoy yourselves as well. I need some water. I need to catch up with my sleep, and I need to catch my breath. So that's like 3 things I have to do today. I might be able to get 2 of them done.